Good morning and welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I'm a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an adventurer. I'm a guy who likes really good thoughts and words, and I want to change the world in one little way at a time. And so I bring you these words that help me to be a better person, and hopefully you'll learn something from these words also. I picked a word today. And actually, it's a bunch of words, but the idea is, how often are you acting like the person that you want to be? The person that you want others to see you as? Are you one way in public and another way in private? Well, I'm a regular guy like so many others, and the truth is, I don't always live up to the image that I want to portray. So I do these shows and I'm usually happy and positive and kind and all those kind of things. But every once in a while, I fall off the boat. I fall off the boat into the shark-infested waters, and I get lost. And it happens, and I think it happens probably to everyone. And we don't mean to be mean or nasty. We really want to be the person that we think about all the time. And we will become that person all the time. It may take some people longer than others. I don't know when I'll accomplish that consistency myself, but I'm really looking forward to being the happy, joyful, peaceful, loving, kind person that I think about. I think about these things a lot. So I went through my deck of virtues cards today. These are from the Virtues Project, and you can find them at virtuesproject.com. And I went through it and I just picked up a few cards that seem to speak to me about this. First one is responsibility. And there's a quote on the back of this card, responsibility, that says, "My life has an influence on every life mine touches. Whether I realize it or not, I am responsible and accountable for that influence." That was Ron Barron. So, responsibility. I am responsible to all the people that I interact with. And if I don't provide some sort of positive influence, what am I doing? I'm going to save this one for last. The next one I picked was sincerity. I just randomly went through the deck of cards, and these are the ones that showed up. So sincerity, being open and genuine, words and actions are truthful. Sincerity is that thing that you are and do that comes from your heart. The quote on the back of this card says, "Never regret anything you have done with a sincere affection. Nothing is lost that is born of the heart." That was Basil Rathbone. Sincerity. The next one I picked was discernment. Discernment. Discernment is accessing the wisdom of our intuition to discover what is essential and true. Detaching from our desire to rush decisions, we seek to distinguish the true from the false. Discernment, an important skill that we learn and hopefully practice. And there is a quote on the back of this card that says, "Reflection and action must never be undertaken independently." Reflection and action must never be undertaken independently. This is from Paulo Freire. Freire? F-R-I-E-R-E. Okay. This is another one of super importance. This is self-discipline. It is one of the fruits of the Spirit. Self-discipline is having the self-control to do only what we truly choose to do, rather than being blown about by the winds of our desires. self-discipline. So that affects us when we're acting out, when we're doing something that we know is inconsistent with who we are or who we think we are. Self-discipline is that control that we exercise over ourselves. This is the one I saved for last, because this is the one that is, out of all of these words, probably is most important to me to be. And the word is gentleness. I want to be thought of as a gentle person. Now, remember that gentleness sometimes takes great strength. Jesus was a good example of gentleness. And the thing is, it takes power to be gentle. It doesn't take power to be off the handle, wild, crazy, violent. That doesn't take power. That takes a lack of self-discipline and so many of the other things that I just read about. But here's a quote from Radha Sahar. It says, the spiritual warrior, let me start over. The spiritual warrior's discipline is gentleness. Asserting gentleness in all spheres of life, nonviolence and peace are achieved. That's what I'm talking about. Let's practice gentleness. I want to practice gentleness. I find myself from time to time not practicing gentleness. And, it's difficult to live that way. Okay, it's an attitude of tenderness and love toward people and the world around us. Gentleness, great words. So these are all great words, and I'm thankful to the Virtues Project for each and every one of these words. Okay, I want to thank the people who watch this show, the people who pay attention to the good words that I'm sharing, the people who care about other people. You're the people who send me the little thumbs up and the hearts and the shares and the comments. I really enjoy the comments. I don't get to see them live because I'm by myself. I don't have a producer or anything that, kind of shows me a screen of what the comments are. So I don't have that, but I look at them later. So if you have a thought about anything that I have to say in my word for the day, let me know about it. Send me a few words. The comments section is easy. Now, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, either way, you can leave comments. So that's what I wanted to say today. I'm going to finish with a thanks to our sponsors, the people who care enough about us to, nudge us along. Maybe they just send positive waves, or they think about us from time to time and think happy thoughts. It all counts, and we're thankful to each and every one of those sponsors for what it is that they do. And without them, things would be a little less interesting. And so thank you to the sponsors. And specifically, I want to remember the Virtues Project. The Virtues Project has been producing these cards for years. They've been around for over 30 years, and they're in over 100 countries. And I'm thankful to be a strategic advisor to the IAC, which is a committee of the Virtues Project. And they care about things. It's mostly a volunteer-driven organization. And there they are, the Virtues Project, virtuesproject.com. They are a mostly volunteer-driven organization of people who just want to spread good in the world. So check them out. Check out what it is that they do, and maybe you could be involved as a volunteer. I mean, they're always looking for people to translate. I mean, being in over 100 countries, they have to be able to somehow communicate in a lot of languages. And they've been working on this for a long time. Okay, well, That's about all I have to say today. I hope that the technical issues are done for now. I know the last video I did, I think, had about a minute and a half or 2.5 minutes of blank screen at the beginning, but and I couldn't tell that, so I'm hoping that it all works well. So my reminder to you, as always, is to do something really nice for somebody else today. And if you have the resources, do something really nice for a whole bunch of people. And there are those of you who are doing that, and I thank you. I appreciate you. It's an awesome thing. And honestly, it only takes something small like a smile or a hug or a cup of coffee. Or I mean, these are things that brighten someone else's day. And what a great thing to do. If we all did a little bit more of that, things would change. And things are changing. As you know, this is often a dark and dismal, challenging, violent world that we live in. But it doesn't have to be that way. And in order to make those changes, regular people like you and me have to do little things that make a difference. Help somebody today. Help some, often it's hurt people who hurt people. And think about that for a moment. We can do a little part to help people who are hurting so that they don't hurt other people. That would be a great thing to do. Okay, let's be that light in the world. Let's be that source of love and hope and joy and peace and patience and kindness and gentleness and all those good words that I try to talk about. Let's be that person because it does make a difference. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day today, as always, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye-bye.